Welcome to the Race by Race preview for Sha Tin on Sunday. It's Classic Cup Day. Paul Lally is here with all of the selections for the meeting. The first at 1 o'clock is on the turf over the 1,000 metres, and Grand Nova won last time he raced down the straight in Class 4. Summit Cheers, 7-day backup. Blinkers and tongue tie off. Carrying Resilience has a hood going on. Happy Boys on debut has had 6 trials. We've got Justifying having his first start. He's had 2. Super Strong Kid, 4 trials. Divine Moonlight, the tongue tie goes on. Bingo Babe has the tongue tie off. And Romantic Novelist is minus the pacifiers, the tongue tie. The one-eye blinker has been added to his gear with Carrying Resilience and Justifying the leaders here, Paul.
Yeah, like Carrying Resilience should go forward, and Justifying's looked really good in both his trials. He's gone forward and led in both of those. Bingo Babe's led over 1,200 metres. Summit Cheers, he's another horse like to go forward. Jumbo Treasure missed the start last time. I think he won't be too far away, along with Super Strong Kid.
Have a look at his trial shortly, but we'll go race day form first of all. It's Grand Nova running 4th at Happy Valley last start. This also over the 1,000 metres, finished behind Plentiful, drew a wide gate this day.
Yeah, and so he finished off really strongly. This is his go, definitely. He's a 2-time winner in this Class 4. This was his first go back into Class 4 when he ran really well at Happy Valley. He's better down the straight 1,000. James McDonald aboard, so look, he looks one of the main chances.
Good report for him. Jumbo Treasures only had 1 start, and it was at Sha Tin over the 1,000 metres. Divine Moonlight finishes 9th and Do Your Part 10th. Did he do enough on debut to grab your attention, Jumbo Treasure?
Yeah, because look, he missed the start. He reared up and he got blocked at the start. And you can see he can't get a run here as well. So he's did a lot of things wrong. He was green, but I think he would have learned a lot from this experience. He's still looking for a run here. And once he managed to get it, I thought he finished off the race really nicely. Divine Moonlight had trialled really since he raced. He'll need to improve what we've seen the two race day starts, but he wasn't the worst trial track work morning, so I think there's ability there with him. But I do like the way he finished off, Jumbo Treasure.
Okay, 2 more to look at. It's the first starters, and we start with Justifying. Only had the 2 trials, one over 800 metres. And then at Chungfa, went to the 1,000 metres and wins this pretty well too.
Yeah, look, he's looked good in both those trials. Being by Justify, you think he'd want further in time as well because their mile is plus. But look, he seems to have got some speed, this horse, out of a flying spur mare. He's got tongue tie on for the first time. Luke Ferraris aboard. And look, the way he won the trial, expect a bold showing here on debut.
Is Justifying, getting down the straight to win by an easy 3 or so lengths. And here's the other one. This is Super Strong Kid, who's up on the pace. He's a member of the Manfred Man barn. Matthew Chadwick takes the ride. He beats On a Witness in this trial, who won a trial at Chungfa on Friday morning.
Yeah, he's by Brutal, this horse, Super Strong Kid, and look, he's looked good at his trials as well. I like the way he fought back against that horse, the Witness horse, Honest Witness, there as well, and he's obviously shown he's got some ability. So, look, I'm going to include him. I think both first starters have got genuine chances coming into this race.
There you go. That is a breakdown of runners in the first, but what is the top 4?
Going to go with the raced horses, though. On top here, we'll go with the 8 Jumbo Treasure. Very good debut from him to beat Grand Nova, who obviously loves this grade. And then the first starters, Super Strong Kid and Justifying. 8, 1, 10, 9.
They are Paul's selections for the first, which gets underway at 1 o'clock local time. Race 2, Class 5, and it's over the 1,200 metres. We've got Ragnar at the top of the book in this race, and he is on the class drop. Circuit Victory has his second run in this grade. The Khan raced wide last start. Almighty Kick just been a little slow away at most of his beginnings. Falcon Quarter last start winner, goes up £8 for it. Flying Phantom comes back in trip. Ho Ho Star, a last start winner, carries an extra £8. Circuit 10 has his first run for Chris So at Sha Tin. All of his starts previously have been at Happy Valley, and Speedy Chariot dropped back from the 14 to the 1,200 metres in distance for him. Woodfire Champ, the leader, Paul.
Yeah, look, there's no real leader in this race, and Woodfire Champ likes to go forward, but he doesn't like Sha Tin. He's 7-zip here. Falcon Court, he should get himself into a nice position. He did on the all-weather when winning last start. Circuit Victory's gone forward in the past. I think Speedy Smarty will come across from his wide draw, try and get outside the leader, and he might even want to go on with it with James McDonald aboard. The Concentration has led in the past, but ran well from the back last time. Almighty Kick, as you say, it just depends on the start for him. And Flying Phantom's back in trip.
Falcon Court is replay number 1. This is the winning form. He's going to be just on the inside as opposed to where he is turning for home here, Paul. Did take him a little while to win his first start, and it was on the alternate surface. Can you see him switching across to the turf and figuring?
Well, look, he's by deep field, and we've seen this breed go very well on the all-weather in the past. He's obviously a horse that's well suited to the all-weather because his best runs have definitely been here. He's drawn nicely enough in barrier 4. There's not much pace in the race. He'll get his opportunity if he can jump and get into that nice position. Oh, I just want to see him do it on the turf, though.
OK, Flying Phantom is in our next replay, as is the Khan. He had no luck from the draw, the Khan, and he's had no luck with the draw leading into this race. Flying Phantom's offered to deliver plenty of times, but still yet to win. He's a member of the John Sire stable, though.
I think coming back to the 1200 looks good for Flying Phantom. His best run has been over the course and distance when he did run second. And look, he loomed up here and it just sort of came to the end of it. So maybe the 1200 will be a better sort of distance for him. That's what the statistics show as well. But look, he wasn't too far away here running fourth. I just thought he came to the end of his run here.
That's that replay. And one more to have a look at has a number of runners backing up out of this race, including the winner Ho Ho Star. Also have Falcon Court, who's won since, Speedy Smarty, Win Speed of the Concentration, and Almighty Kick.
I quite like the Concentrations run from the back here. He looked... he's really well rated now. He's won off a high rating in the past. He's down into this 32 ratings, one off 35. Speedy Smarty's won off a 52 rating, and he's now rated 35. So both these two horses are really well rated. So I think they'll get their opportunity in this race. Here is Falcon Court. I mean, he was there to win the race, and he wasn't too far away. So I just like the way that the Concentration finished off there, though.
Enough to put him on top?
I'm going to put him in second, actually. I'm going to just... I've got one to beat him there. That's that Flying Phantom, back to the 1200. The Concentration second, Speedy Smarty. Circuit Victory, another really well-rated horse, but has been a little bit disappointing lately. Back to the 1200 may be good for him. 7-11-5-2.
John Sires and Ryan Moore for Paul to win race number 2 on Sunday. And the third race is the first of 2 on the all-weather. It's a Class 3 over the 1,650 metres. Yellowfin at the top of the book has an extra £10 senior rider on board this week. Perfect Team, a 2-time course and distance winner. Fighting Machines placed 4 from 5 over the 1,650. Never Peter Out, looking for 4 wins in a row. We've got Endeared, who ran 4th at his first look at this surface. And Ariel down the bottom gets a £10 claim for Brittany Wong, Paul.
And I think she'll go straight to the front on him as well from the wide draw. Just keep pressing on. Never Peter Out. He doesn't like to lead, so he'd be happy to hand up. The Yellowfin likes to go forward, so he could come across with Ariel. Packing Turbine, another one drawn wide, but he might be stuck wide. Fighting Machine can be a little bit closer. Beauty Viva. Stormy's up and trip and on the surface where he has won overseas, as has Allcash. He's won overseas as well, but Pierre with 4 runners is probably the key to this race.
We might as well hear from the man himself. Here is Nick with Pierre Ung.
Pierre Ung, I want to speak to you about race 3. You're absolutely mob-handed. You've got 4 runners in the race. Let's start with Fighting Machine. I know he's never won on the all-weather, but he's run some super races, including last time.
Yeah, he's been running really well, very consistent, so many seconds. So hopefully we got Joe on him and make it right this time.
How big a factor do you think Joe can be? We know obviously how good he is, but how keen were you to get his services?
Oh, definitely when Zach is out. Obviously you want a good rider, and luckily we got Joe and he's available, and he's a big help.
Had to give quite a bit of weight to Never Peter Out last time. They meet again, obviously. You're better at the weights this time in, so you'd be keen enough to hopefully turn that form around?
Yeah, definitely. We always want to turn that around. We tried hard. It's been so many seconds, and just hopefully this time is right.
Hopefully, for his connections. He's joined by 3 other stablemates. Now, I thought the most interesting one was maybe Packing Turbine, all-weather debut. He's got some good form in the book.
The owner wants to have a go at it. He trusts well on the all-weather. The distance suits him. And last time, it is a strange race, you know, when some incidents in there, and he finished 3rd. We know that he can go further, but yeah, we really want to see he finishing off well, and hopefully he'll get the prize money.
His trials have looked good on the all-weather, haven't they?
Yeah, he's been doing really well on the all-weather track as well. So we'll give it a go and see what happens.
Your other two runners, Mega Force and Beauty Viva, just an overall sort of view of that pair. I mean, they're probably on paper got a little bit to find, have they?
Mega Force, he needed the run to get him fitter. And also Beauty Fever, he was a little bit disappointing last time, but he tracked really well on the dirt before that run. So we'll have another go at it, and hopefully he can perform for us as well.
There is Pierre with the 4 runners in the race, Paul, which means we only have one replay to look at, and that's Perfect Team winning on the all-weather. This is 2 starts ago. He has finished 7th on the turf since, but this surface is certainly his favourite.
Yeah, he's got Ryan Moore aboard as well, so he should be one of the favourites. And look, he can pop up on the surface. He was a little bit closer on the run here, and did win nicely. He's a 2-time winner now on the surface, and he has won on the grade before. So look, it's quite an open race there. So he's definitely got his chance. And here's Fighting Machine finishing off nicely with Ariel on the race. He's going to get his opportunity because the pace should be on.
All right. So on that, what is your top 4?
I've got the 6 on top here, actually. I think this horse here, Never Peter Out, he's just in such good form at the moment. Won his last 3. I think he can win again from Fighting Machine. And Dead's only had 1 go on the surface and ran a really good 4th with Craig Williams aboard. And Stormy, look, he'll be a massive price, Stormy, but he did perform really well on the all-weather surface overseas before he got here. And he does step up and trip. 6, 5, 9, 10.
And that is race number 3. It is the first leg of the early treble. And race number 4 now, we head back to the turf for this race, and it's over the 1200 metres Parties on the class drop, and this is where he does race best. Master Phoenix last start winner carries an extra £3. Ballistic Win has the hood coming off. Super Goldie wears cheek pieces for the first time. Dashing Palace had 8 trials. Lucky My Way on debut, he's had 5 trials. We've got Run Timing stepping up from the 1000 to the 1200, loaded with Fluke cheek pieces off tongue tie for the first time. Happy Tango steps back up from the 1000 to the 1200 here, Paul, but that won't matter because he shows plenty of early pace no matter what the distance.
Yeah, exactly. So I think he can get across and lead. Laser Blanca led last start, but I don't think you really want to lead in this race. He sort of was a sitting duck last start, so I think he'll just try and take a bit of cover here. And with Ryan Moore aboard, I'm sure he won't lead. Loving Vibes, he can get that lovely run in behind. Master Phoenix, another one that's drawn low, and he'll get his opportunity as well.
We head to Nick again with the trainer of Loving Vibes. It's Francis Loy.
Francis, Loving Vibes is a horse for you early on Sunday's card. He's been racing well, this horse, and another good run last time.
Yeah, last time he went well because this horse he's a kind of horse you need to take a cover. The first few runs he just without cover, and then he just go in front, and then he can't finish the race. And last time he tried to take a cover. That's why he can finish.
He's still quite lightly raced, isn't he? And look, I mean, it looks a strong enough sort of race with a nice horse in it. But ever since you took the headgear off, has that been the improvement in him as well?
I hope he can improve a little bit after last run and get more experience, because last time when he finished second, and even the jockey mentioned, when he hit the front, he just hesitated a little bit. So we try to take off the gear and hope he can improve.
And I guess having Karis on still, obviously he knows the horse quite well, doesn't he? So they're sort of gelling together, and hopefully they can get that win. Decent draw as well. Gate number 6, nice draw.
Yes, I think this better draw. It's easy to jump out and take a cover, and then maybe just take a midfield seat, and that's suit for him.
It is Francis Loy talking Loving Vibes, Paul. His Master Phoenix winning last time. Island Breezes runs 7th and Happy Tango 14th. He did have a toughish sort of run, Happy Tango, but Master Phoenix took him 4 starts to win his first race. He hadn't been too far away leading up to this.
Yeah, look, his debut run was so good when he ran third. He really caught the second, when he caught the eye flashing down the outside. Then he's run a couple of good placings, a 4th and a 5th, and he's come out now and done this. So, look, I think that this is a horse where it's just taken a little bit of time, the pennies dropped, and I really like the way he stretched out with that will to win. From barrier number 2, I think he can win this race.
That's a good report for Master Phoenix, and then well with the weights too on the back of that victory. Laser Blanca, here he is on the speed. This was his first start. He trialled well. How much is he going to take out of this race to start number 2, do you think?
Well, look, he was outside the leader. He was there to win the race, wasn't he? He was a 2.8 chance as well coming into it. So he trolled well leading into it. He's got Ryan Moore aboard as well. This horse by Safeguard. We don't really know too much here in Hong Kong, West Australian one. And look, he was run down late here. He stayed on nicely enough for third. So again, he's one of the main chances in the race. He should come on from this.
And that is the replays and Francis Loy's thoughts, but you're with last up winner Master Phoenix.
Yeah, I do like Master Phoenix. I think with that win under his belt now, he can go on with it. And he looks a really promising horse to beat Laser Blanca. Loving vibes. I've got to put Island Breezes in with Joe Moreira aboard. He finished off the race strongly at his last start. 3, 7, 12, 10.
That is the preview for the 4th. It's the first leg of the Triple Trio. This is the preview now for race number 5 at Sha Tin. The race is over the 1400 metres. It's the Yanoi Tong Cup and the air at the top of the book. 3 from 9 has placed course and distance. Thunderblink has the visor going on and is on the class drop. Good Luck Babe, cheek pieces off. Sunny Darling, blinkers off. Pacifiers with cowls go on. Flying Armani, a first start, has had the 5 trials. Sight Dreamer goes from the 12 to the 1400 metres. Lucky Fion's placed 3 from 5 this course and distance. And Decree Lot, better trial from him last time, running second up at Chung Fa behind Giddy Up since his last race. Good Luck Babe, Lee Master share the lead here, Paul.
Yeah, look, the Good Luck Babe's been leading in his recent races, so he could easily go to the front again from his barrier number 1. Lean Master will come across from a wider draw. He's drawn 6, so he'll get outside him. Lucky Fion can take advantage of a low draw. Master Trillion likewise. Sunny Darling, he might just get caught a little bit wide, and Joyful Treasure's gone forward. We'll look for a bit of cover. Sight Dreamer's up and trip. He should get a lovely run.
Master Trillion's not going to get a bad run either, looking at that speed map. And here is Nick with his trainer, Frankie Law.
Frankie Law, Master Trillion, lines up for you in race 5 this weekend. And that was a good run last time in defeat.
Yes, last time he got a better draw. He won good. He finished second, yeah.
He's drawn well once again here in gate number 4. So hopefully the same sort of thing eventuates with him, I suppose.
Yes, I think the pace should be good or fast, and I think he can hand maybe 3, 4, 5, yeah.
The winner that day was good. The horse that finished behind you has won since, Charming Babe. So the form's certainly looking quite strong on paper.
Yes, I hope so. I hope Joe can get a winner for this owner.
He's gone up sort of quickly in trip, Frankie, hasn't he? I mean, he won 1,000 metres, but you've wasted no time in getting him to 1,400 metres. Did he always show you enough to suggest that this would be his trip?
Yeah, he 1,000 his first start. That day, not strong field, and then he win the race, and I think he can go a little bit further later, but I think step by step, yeah.
Mentioned Joe Moreira, of course, will take the ride. Familiar to some viewers, obviously he wore these colours with Master 8. I think he won his first 5 on him, didn't he? So I imagine you and the owners were quite keen to get Joe, were you?
Yes, when he called me, Frankie, I will come back to ride one day, and you have any ride for me? So I think, oh, this one should be solo for him.
There's Frankie talking about Master Trillion, Paul. This is Sight Dreamer, who ran 3rd at his only start. He's near enough to last, turning for home here. The race is won by the horse on his outside, Flash Current. So the swoopers, they get into the finish well, and he's trial well since up at Chung Fa following this too.
He was 1.9 favourite, so there was a lot of confidence about him going into this race. And you can see he finished off really nicely. This was over the 1,200 metres. He'll now step up to the 1,400 metres. And the way he raced here, you think the 1,400 metres is going to be absolutely ideal. He's by Al Manzoor as well, and sort of the further the better for them. So I think 1,400 looks good, and he should get himself into a nice position on the speed map.
That's a good report for Sight Dreamer. Lucky Fion, yet to win. He's loomed up several times, but just hasn't run past the leader at this stage. James McDonald, Ricky Yu, good draw. Tried over 1,600 last time, comes back to the 14 here.
Yeah, I think the 14 probably better for him. He's had 5 goes over the 14. He's run second, 3 of those goes. He's drawn low. He should get himself, again, another one that should get himself into a good position. He just can't seem to get his nose in front, but he always races honestly for you. So, look, he's one to definitely put in multiples, but he's hard to just have on that win line.
That is Lucky Fee on fourth. One more to look at. It's a trial for Patch of Stars, who wins this trial pretty well. He beats a Gold Master by a short head in it. He's had the 3 starts, the first 2 over 1200, then a 4th behind Forerunner over 1400 metres, and then this trial.
Yeah, look, he's been a little bit slow away in a couple of his starts as well. The trial was good for him. He's drawn nicely in barrier number 3, so keep an eye on the start for him, because that seems to be the key with this horse. He won the trial nicely enough. If he doesn't perform here, then maybe have a go at the all-weather.
Okay, there you go. That's a rundown of Paul's thoughts for race number 5. Now, rundown of your selections.
Going to go with Sight Dreamer. I think he can come on. He was a little bit costly being odds on his debut, but over the 1400 metres, he's on top. Master Trillion will give him a race, though. I do like these two, 10 to beat 3. And then Lucky Fion in on a minor line, and Joyful Treasure, he just goes in there 4th. I'm just worried about the draw with him, but if he does get some cover, he can run on nicely enough. But round the top 2 for me, 10, 3, 12 and 8.
It's the brown and white colours that Sight Dreamer will wear for Paul to win race number 5. With the track for race number 6, and this is a Class 4 over the 1650. Lucky Touch tangles with Precision Goal again. Same weight, Lucky Touch, extra £7 for Precision Goal. Paul Brave Witness can't draw a gate, 14. Same as last time for him. We've got Viva Chaleur, who's been top 4, 3 of his last 4 starts on the all-weather. Lucky Banner back from a bit of a freshen up. Spangle's Fortune, extra £9 for a senior rider for him. Meet blinkers off, pacifiers with cowls on, and yeah buddy. Cheek pieces are removed from him, Paul, and Precision Goal's been leading, racing really well.
He has. He's drawn 3. So, look, Lucky Banner might give him a bit of pressure, because he likes to lead as well. Spangled Fortune likes to go forward. Shanghai Styles led in the past over shorter trips. Silver King likes to go forward. So there's going to be good pace in this race, there's no question. Floof there, Lakeshore Hero. California Stars up in trip, and Mimi, he's also up in trip as well.
We start with a Precision Goal, who holds off Lucky Touch here. Loomed up like he was going to win the race, Lucky Touch, but Lucky Touch at £135 on his back. Precision Goal had a lot less, 121, and the pull in the weight's not quite as big this week, Paul.
Yeah, so I think Lucky Touch can actually beat him coming up in this race. But look, they're both in the numbers. And the one finishing really strongly down the outside, he was wide all the way escape route, and he finished off really nicely. He was about, right towards the outside fence as they turned for home. So I think all of these 3 horses have got chances.
He's been to Chongfa and run on in a trial too, has escape route since that race. Now here is Viva Chaleur 4th. Spangled Fortune ends up running 7th. He's been racing quite well over 1650. He did pull up lame in this race, and there was money for Shanghai Style.
Yeah, it was a good run from Lucky Touch once again here in this, because he ran into Never Peter Out. Never Peter Out has won 3 in a row now, so and he almost beat him. He down the outside. Ariel sort of set up a nice pace. The problem with Lucky Touch is the draw. He's drawn 13. He just might be a little bit further back than he would like, but a few more strides, I think he just about would have won this race.
That's our second replay. The third one is a horse you're going to make a case for. California Star is his name. He's near enough to last, turning for home. He runs on for 5th. The graphic important down the bottom there. This race was 1,200 metres.
Yeah, so his first time he steps up to 1650 by Star Spangled Banner. Looks ideal for him. He is bred for the surface. This is his only go on the all-weather. He was 111 to 1 here in this race. He's been massive prices all the way through. Mr. Energy has come out and won again since this race, or has won. And look, they didn't go too fast in front here either. So I think he can actually perform at a massive price, California Star.
Okay, there you go. There's your long shot for the program, which means Lucky Banner at best. He's going to be a place hope. We have to go back to November for this race, where he ran second. It's actually 2 starts ago behind Happy Daily. Casper's given him 2 very quiet trials to prepare for this.
Yeah, he has. He's got Joe Moreira aboard, which he comes down. So he's going to carry more weight, because he has had Alice Wong on in the past. This one he did have Vincent on, though. So he did carry the weight here, but no, that is Alice, isn't it? But the Vincent has ridden him at his last start. Yeah, he was on the cusp for me. I like it when he leads by himself, but I don't think that's going to happen with Precision Goal in the race.
Which is a good thing for you because your horse gets back and runs on.
Correct. Up to the 16.50. We'll take a chance at a price with California Star. He's on top, only a second start on the surface. Lucky Touch might just get a little bit further back than you'd like. Now, Escape Route, we saw him running on really strongly at his last start, and Precision Goal from the front. 12-1-8-3.
Plenty of value around Ben Thompson's ride in race number 6 for Tony Cruz, California Star. Feature race is race 7 at 4:05, the second leg of the 4-year-old series. It is the Classic Cup. My Wish is the Classic Mile winner. Packing Hermod, he ran third behind My Wish in the Classic Mile. Ruby Lots won a trial at Chungfa since his last start. Devano flew home for second in the Classic Mile. Johannes Brahma winner over 1,600 metres going back to the 16th of February. Noisy Boy won over 2,000 metres last start. California Totality 2 for 2 over the 1,800. Mondial has had 7 trials ahead of his Hong Kong debut. It steps ahead of last start. Winner Sky Trust goes from the 14 to the 1,800, and My Wish leads them, Paul.
Yeah, I think he will he will at the start, but I think California Totality will eventually get across and try for the lead, and he might hand up My Wish. Noisy Boy can come across with him. Packing Hermod will just try and slot in. So I think these 3 runners will eventually get across over the 1,800 metres. A long run to that first bend. Packing Angel will get that lovely run, and Sky Trust won't be far away.
We'll go to the Classic Mile first of all and pick it up from the 600 with the winner. My Wish in 4th, Packing Hermod's following him. Cap Faraz in the orange colours a little wider. Johannes Brahms disappointed in this race, but he's bounced back with the win since. Ruby Lot 6th, Mickley 5th, and Devano, he's about 3 lengths away last of all. He makes up a lot of late ground, Paul, so the extra 200 metres for him, like all of them, to run this week.
Yeah, it should be all right for him. He's not really bred for it, but the way he finished off his race here, he seemed to really relax nicely. Ruby Lot was so wide coming into this run, and he finished off really nicely. He's the widest runner. He finished as 6th. And look, one of the favourites in this race was Packing Hermod. He was, in fact, the favourite. And I didn't think he was too far away either. He might be for the forgotten horse in this race, because he wasn't too far away from My Wish, and you can see him finishing off nicely there. Devano got that perfect run through on the inside. So, look, I wouldn't ride off Packing Hermod on that one run.
The other packing horse in the race is Packing Angel. He didn't go around in the Classic Mile. This is his last start over 1,400, where he'd missed some work leading into this race. The way he wins, you wouldn't know it.
No, and he's by shocking. So going up to 1,800 metres looks absolutely ideal for him. He's got Joe Moreira aboard. He's drawn barrier number 1. He's going to be very popular. I think he'll be a short favourite in the race, and he really showed a really good turn of foot here when winning this race. So, look, he's looked good most of the season, and I think he's definitely the one to beat.
And that is Packing Angel, who's had a trial since, and has trialled quite impressively too. It was a quiet trial, but he took around to about the 1,000-metre mark to be pulled up in that trial. Nick's here now with a host of guests. Pierre Rongon, Johannes Brahms, Francis Lowney's 5 runners, David Hayes, Ruby Lot, and also Mondial, Andre Ratzani, Noisy Boy. And we start with Hugh Bowman and Sky Trust.
I think the inside barrier is a huge advantage for this horse, particularly with his racing style. It'll just help him take a more handy position, but it is vital that he gets a bit of a smother to help him relax. But once he does relax, he gets into a really sweet rhythm, and if we can get a nice even pace, I wouldn't expect it's going to be too fast, but as long as it's consistent, he should make his presence felt.
Us media men and women perhaps sometimes in danger of making a bit much about trips, etc. From a jockey's perspective, going up to this 1,800 metres from the 14, where do you sort of stand on that, as it were? Is it much of a difference now going up in trip for a horse like him here?
I think here in Hong Kong it's actually not. But what is important that he gets a consistent pace and that he relaxes. So that'll be my goal, as it was last year on Helios Express. Make sure he relaxes in the early stages so he's got some energy to finish the race off. That'll be our goal.
Really good. He had a trial over 1,600 metres in moderate company, but did a good job, won. And I thought his run was full of merit last start. He had to track very wide, and the form that day was all coming down the inside, and he still ran very good sectionals.
had that trial since as well. You've been pleased enough with the trial? He's holding his form nicely?
Yeah, trial was good. Over a mile. And I think he's going to have no trouble with the distance. He's out of a Dabawi mare, and he's got one of those nice low head carriage staying actions.
He's going to be joined by an ex-South African trained horse called Mondial, who we've not seen before. Obviously, big task for him on his first run in Hong Kong. But what's your take on him?
Incredibly lazy and hard to get a guide. But I just thought his last trial was his best, which shows he's slowly coming. And talking to the connections from South Africa, he's world famous for being lazy in track work, and he certainly has been that. But I just keep watching his run in the Derby, and he looked a good, genuine horse, beating a small margin in Africa at the elite level. So as the races get longer, he should improve.
He's only had the 4 runs here in Hong Kong, but he was quite impressive the last twice, and yeah, it's, you know, Dennis has been very patient with him. He obviously hasn't run for you know, since his last winner at Sha Tin, and obviously after he's won his Class 2, the aim was always the Classic Cup. So he's had a bit of a break in between, and he's had a trial since, and I've sat him quite a few times, and he's fresh and he's well, and he's ready to go again.
Just having a look at his form, I mean, the horse he beat last time was winning Dragon. He's run a very gallant 4th in a Hong Kong Gold Cup, so form's all there too.
Yes, he has, and he's obviously a horse that, like I said, he's lightly raced, and he gets the trip very well. And you know, this last winner was a good winner. He travels strong, and when I let him down, he's not a horse that quickens, but he keeps finding, and he's dropping back down to 1800, which, you know, I'm not saying going to be a bit of an issue, but you know, we have to hopefully, if we can jump clean and get a good pitch, he is one of those very few horses that will definitely stay.
They all are potential horse, and they keep improving. And I hope they can perform in this race.
You've got obviously a couple of the notable ones, obviously Packing Angel, Packing Hermod, and you've got Jay Moreira on as well. So some really nice horses. Divano, his run last time was very good, wasn't it, in defeat?
Yeah, they all perform in the previous race. And of course, Packing Angel suppose he's set, he will ride this horse. But unfortunately, he's just get hurt in race. And the owner discussed with the family and just decided to invite Joe to ride this horse.
Yes, his talent, he's very good in the mile. This time is 1800 meter. Luckily we got the draw, so we can save some ground, get a good cover, and he'll finish off well.
I guess you don't know till you try. I mean, his form over when he was trained by Aidan O'Brien, obviously he was a sort of a sprinting 2-year-old, but 1800 metres, I mean, scale of 1 to 10 perhaps, how confident are you that he will get that extra furlong?
I'll rate it 7 to 8. We just have to read him quietly, preserve him to the last 400 metres, just like he did last time, and he'll run well.
There's a comprehensive breakdown of combatants in the Classic Cup, Paul, but Packing Angel, the one for you.
Yeah, I think Francis Lloyd's got the key here. So he's on top to win, to beat Ruby Lot. Look, I thought it was a very good run for him in the Classic Mile. Packing Hermod, maybe the forgotten horse, and then Divano, who did finish off really strongly at his last start. 11-3, 2-4.
Paul with Francis to finish 3 of the top 4 spots, including the win with Packing Angel in the Classic Cup. And race number 8 now from the top in this. It is a Class 2 over the 1400. Healthy Happy, who won a Classic Cup in previous years. He's horse number 1. Chu Chao Spirit has a wide draw. We've got Ramadan having his first start for Mark Newnham. Crossover Noseband goes on. He's had 3 trials. Dancing Codes placed 4 from 9 course and distance. Both Outgate and the Flaming Rabbit come back in trip. Ladies' Choice has won a trial since failing on the all-weather. And Lucy in the Sky has the hood removed. Leader Paul, Ladies' Choice.
Yeah, Ladies' Choice. He's led in his last 2 starts. Flaming Rabbit likes to go forward. He's got the 10-pound plate. Healthy Happy's likes to go forward. He leads, but he's got the claim as well. So he'll try and get across. He just lost a little bit of that early speed. Outgate's been drawing wide, but he's got the inside draw here. Lucy in the Sky puts himself there. Lavero's another one that likes to go forward. Torbian Prince likes to go forward. So there is going to be plenty of pace in this one.
Dancing Code leads them home in our first replay of those that run in this race. Healthy, Happy, 5th Young Champion, 6th Torbian, Prince Outgate and Chu Chow Spirit also come out of race on the 31st of January, the Chinese New Year Cup, Paul.
Yeah, look, I quite like Young Champion in this. I thought his run was pretty good here, and he should get the race run to suit with an even tempo. Dancing Code's been going very well recently as well, so I think these are the two main chances in the race. You can see Dancing Code just getting that run through on the inside, and there wasn't much between first and last as they turn out. So I think that is the main form race for the race.
A great finish for that one. Lucy in the Sky couldn't quite stretch out to the distance of the 4-year-old series. This is him running 4th over the 1,200 metres last time, and he has competed well at this distance quite often.
Yeah, he does. He comes in with a light weight, barrier number 2, with Karis Teeton aboard as well. So, look, again, he's going to get his opportunity. He should sit just in behind the pace. And as you say, it was just a step too far, I think, for distance-wise for the 4-year-old series. So coming back here to 1,400 metres looks ideal for him as well. And he's such an honest horse.
That's Invincible Shield winning the race, and Lifeline Express has run 2 very close seconds like that since, and he was about a length and a half behind them. Some trial form. We start with Ramadan, who runs 5th at the Happy Valley Trials. We have seen him here, of course, Paul, because he raced on International Day. Finished last behind Voyage Bubble.
Yep, need to see him improve. Look, he's only had the one run. He's got Hugh Bowman aboard, cross noseband. The trial wasn't too bad for him, but look, he finished, as you say, he finished last on his debut here, so he does need to improve. Even though it was a strong race, Voyage Bubble won it, he was still last.
And Young Champion, we saw him in our first replay. He's also trialled up at Chung Fa since his last start. He's had 2 trials. He's run 3rd in both of them. Once behind Ka Ying Rising, and the other trial, this one, a 3rd behind Celestial Colours and Romantic Sun, who runs at Happy Valley on Wednesday night.
Yeah, I thought it was a nice enough trial from him. He looks well going into the race. Does Young Champion. He's a 2-time winner, both over the course and distance. So the 1,400 metres has been his best distance since he's been here in Hong Kong, and as we said, nice trial from him. So look, he'll get his opportunity for sure. And it was a good run that we did see in that key race earlier on.
All right, that is the replays for race number 8. What is Paul Lally's top 4?
Going to go with Young Champion to beat Dancing Code, both coming out of that same race. Lucy in the Sky. I'm going to put Chu Chow Spirit in. He's been running some pretty good races. He's drawn 11, but with all the pace in the race, it might just suit him. 4, 5, 11 and 2.
That's race number 8, the first leg of the late treble. Race number 9 now, and the second last is a Class 3 over the 2,000 metres. Romantic Thor has the tongue tie going back on. Agenda wears cheek pieces for the first time. Cambridge, Shadow Roll Off, Crossover Noseband and tongue tie go on him. First time at 2,000 metres for Pray for Mer. Wider draw for Definitive. Sharp and Bright's been top 4 every start this grade. And then we head down to Midori Giant, who's been running on his last 2, and he's going to the 2,000 metres for the first time too, Paul.
Yeah, look, I think Pray for Mer led easy over 1,800. He's drawn barrier 3 here. He'll try and lead once again. I think he'll get the sole lead round that first bend. Definitive will probably eventually get across outside him, because his best runs have when he's gone forward, and those have been his last 2 starts. Romantic Thor likes to go forward, Sharp and Bright. I thought Naval Force hasn't run too badly. He should get a nice run along with Midori Giant. And the best Peach, he has no early speed. He'll drop out.
Here is Pray for Mer, last time holding on for second, enthralled 8th. And Midori Giant, you threw him out recently too at pretty big odds. You're going to stick with him leading into this race, and any concerns over the extra trip?
No, I think that extra trip will suit him. They put blinkers on him last time, and he ran on nicely enough as well at his next start. So, look, he's a horse that goes on, he looks like he needs more ground. That's the key for Midori Giant. He's by Morris, so he's got Craig Williams aboard. He's only had the 3 starts here, so he definitely goes in the numbers. I'm going to put Pray for Mer in as well, because he is going to get that sole lead. I think Definitive will get outside it, and these 2 horses will be able to dictate the pace.
Next replay, well, Family Jewel is in this race, but he's been scratched from Sunday, so we don't need to arrow him. Naval Force runs 5th, Midori Giant once again, and Stella Grande down on the rail. Naval Force still fairly lightly raced here in Hong Kong.
I quite like him in this race because he's going to get a very similar run. Look, Midori Giant, this is him with the blinkers on for the first time, so you can see him running on. He's a big horse. He just takes a while to wind up. But I like the way that Naval Force really attacked the line here, so the extra 200 metres looks really good for him as well.
We move on to Definitive, who's been racing at Happy Valley and tangling with Soleil Fighter, which hasn't been a bad thing because he came out as a very short-priced favourite on Wednesday night. Paul and sealed the DBS and Manulife Million Challenge.
Yeah, won nicely too. Since they led with the Definitive 2 starts ago and he won at a big price, and then he's backed it up. He fights hard, this horse. He looked like he was gone there at the 200, but he did really stay on nicely and really stuck his neck out. So he ended up running second. It was a good run from him. I'm going to include him at a minor line.
He dug really deep, didn't he?
Yeah, he did.
Talent's Ambition, one of yours too. Here he is on the all-weather last time. Enthralled runs 4th, Cambridge 6th. Surely the grey finds his way somewhere into your top 4.
He didn't actually. He was right on the cusp. Barrier 12, 2,000 metre start. He's going to have to go all the way back. But look, the way he races, you'd think it's going to be no problems for him whatsoever. I think he's a better horse on the all-weather than the turf. But look, he is. Look, if he wins, I'll be cheering him home. But he didn't go into my numbers.
His best form, in fairness, is on the all-weather since he's been in Hong Kong. But are you in the Navy?
I am. Naval Force on top here. Won't be singing YMCA if it wins though. So he's on top, Naval Force. Midori Giant there for second. Brave for Mir and Definitive, the 2 horses I think will lead. 6, 14, 7 and 8.
And Paul will be sailing the 7 seas at 5:15 for race number 9 if Naval Force wins. And the last race at Sha Tin on Sunday shapes this way. It's a Class 3 over the 1200 Fast Network. Class drop, blinkers back on. Call Me Glorious blinkers first time. Savvy Brilliant, earplugs and pacifiers go on. Master of My Universe comes back in trip. We've got Righteous Arena last start winner at Sha Tin. Actually carries £2 less for it going into this race. Blazing Wind placed his first start in this grade, and Meowth has the cheek pieces going on for the first time. Glory Elite, the leader, Paul.
Yeah, look, he likes to go forward, doesn't he? He's back for the 1200 metres. Call Me Glorious has got the inside draw, barrier 1. He likes to go forward. Meowth's gone forward. Crimson Flash has gone forward in both his 2 starts here in Hong Kong as well. Wonder Star's another one that's had gone forward, but he hasn't his last couple. A Blazing Wind led last time, but I don't think he'll have the pace to go with these horses. Fast Network should get a good run. He's back in trip. Savvy Brilliant's fresh up. The Master of My Universe, he gets back.
Frankie Law first up with Nick talking Savvy Brilliant.
Frankie, Savvy Brilliant lines up for you in race 10 on Sunday. He's had a little bit of a sort of a checkered season, this horse, hasn't he? How is he, first and foremost? Obviously, he has had a bit of a break.
He looks okay, and we just trial him, put a load on, but jump still a little bit slow, but I think it's better. And I think all depends by how he jump. If he jump good, he can get a midfield. If he jump a bit slow, maybe he just take it back.
And I guess, I mean, he has had 84 days off. You've just had to take your time with him. Obviously, there was blood in a trachea and then obviously a scope thereafter from a trial. So it's just a horse that you've had to take a bit of time with.
Yes, I think so, because last time after trial he got a bit blood, and then maybe give him more time. And this time after trial we scope him, is clean. Yeah, I think he's ready to race. Yeah.
He's a horse who showed quite a bit early, didn't he? I mean, I remember he was beaten down the straight on debut. Once you stepped him up to 12, he looked really good. Would you be confident enough that the break has seen him to good effect and he can bounce back?
Yes, but anyway, we need to depend by how he jump. If he jump good, I think he's a chance. Yeah.
And you've put some headgear on him as well, Frankie, for the first time. Just the thinking behind that?
Yes, I don't want him to hear too much. I put the earplugs and pacifier for him. Hope he can better to jump, yeah.
Start the key for Savvy Brilliant. Fast Network, Paul, he was a 1,000-metre horse. Then Dennis has stepped him up all over the place and he's run 4th in a classic mile.
Yeah, look, I reckon this looks a lot easier for him. He's got James McDonald aboard as well. Even though he's got barrier 10, with all the pace in the race, I think he's going to get himself into a nice position. His last time he's raced over the 1,200, he was a 1.3 favourite. He was beaten that time, but he wasn't too far away. Look, we know he's pretty good down the straight, 1,000. The 1,200 shouldn't be a problem. and this is going to be a lot easier than the horses he's facing here.
That's a good report, even with the top weight for Fast Network. And one of those horses he will be facing was just in that replay in Glory Elite. And we see him again here running third. IPO Bros seventh. But Glory Elite Light's coming back in distance too.
Oh, this is ideal for him. And if he is left alone in front, although I'm not sure if he will be in here, he's a hard horse to run down. He's a 3-time course and distance winner from 11 starts with 3 seconds. So he's very good from the front, Glory Elite. Yeah, he's going to go in the numbers for me as well because he can be a dangerous horse. And he was only run down really late here.
He was indeed by Invincible Shield and Lifeline Express. Loosely in the Sky runs in an earlier race, comes out of that one too. Righteous Arian had to do a double take to make sure it was him winning at Sha Tin last time because as consistent and honest as he is, he'd struggled to win around Sha Tin but managed to get the job done this day.
Yeah, whether he can do 2 in a row from barrier 11, I'm not so sure. He's 4-time winner from his 31 starts, but he doesn't really put them together in a row. That just worries me a little bit with him. So, look, he did win this nicely. He did beat an unbeaten horse, didn't he, in Honglock Golf in the race. So, look, he stuck his neck out and he did win nicely. So a good win from him, but just whether he can go back to back.
It'll be a case of that for Righteous Arian. And Master of My Universe failed over 1400 last time, has raced well over the 1200, been sent back to Chung Fa, and he's had a pretty quiet trial over on that rail.
Yeah, look, he's one of the major chances. He's not the biggest horse around. He's got Ryan Moore from a good draw, barrier number 5 for him. And he looked really good winning those 2 races at Sha Tin over the 1200. 1400 was a step too far last time, so back to the 1200 looks good.
There you go, that is a good report for Master of My Universe. Young Champion finishing 3/4 of a length in front of him. Paul has Young Champion on top earlier in the program. Is Master of My Universe in the top 4?
He's in there, yeah, yes, definitely. He's in there for second, actually. But I do like Fast Network. I think this is a lot easier for him. Coming out of that classic mile, I think he can win to beat Master of My Universe. Glory Elite from the front, and Call Me Glorious is going to get that perfect run just in behind. Another one coming back to 1200 metres here on the turf after running in the classic mile as well. Call Me Glorious. 1, 5, 2 and 3.
That is your preview for Classic Cup Day at Sha Tin on Sunday. 8 on the turf, 2 on the all-weather, and the first of the 10 at 1 o'clock local.